Pigeon Roost State Historic Site is a place you've probably never heard of. It's a hidden place on a lonely country road with a very dark past. Indiana was once a vast wilderness, referred to as the Dark Land by Native Americans. It was long regarded as cursed. Whenever tribes tried to settle along the banks of the Ohio River, they would become ill with lung infections, and many would often die. However, the Shawnee Indians went beyond the banks of the Ohio River and went inland into the hills. The Shawnees considered it their sacred hunting grounds. They eventually settled it and made it their home. They were very protective of this place, and other tribes took chances by even venturing in. Europeans came to North America, and after the American Revolutionary War, people kept expanding west, building more and more settlements on what was Shawnee land. President Thomas Jefferson set out to officially make these unknown lands part of the United States. He appointed William Henry Harrison as governor of the Indiana Territory. He asked Harrison to offer Native people gifts, money, or the promise of land out west to move away and allow settlement. The problem was that many of the tribes that took this offer were not the true owners of the land. It was the Shawnees' land. In 1811, Shawnee Indian Chief Tecumseh went to the Indiana Territory capital of Vincennes to see Governor Harrison. On the front lawn, Tecumseh protested the 1809 Treaty of Fort Wayne as a shady deal. But Harrison would not budge. The two men got into a heated argument, with Tecumseh drawing a tomahawk and Harrison his sword. If it weren't for Tecumseh's fellow Shawnees and Harrison's men, the two would have killed each other. This meant war. On September 3rd, 1812, Shawnee Indians attacked the Pigeon Roost settlement that had been there since 1809. 25 settlers, including 15 children, died as a result of this massacre. 2 children were kidnapped. Only one family managed to escape this unspeakable carnage. This was the first attack of the War of 1812. A sign along Rural Highway 31 marked the tragedy and the entrance to the park. You're taken across a railroad track and down a country road leading to this hallowed place. You're struck by a strange sense of peace and quiet as you walk along these grounds. It's here that a mass grave was dug to place the victims of this horrible tragedy. A small cabin sits quietly, like those that would have stood here in the fall of 1812, where adults worked and the sounds of children's laughter once filled the air. A stone monument memorializes people that once lived in this place. It was the beginning of the end for the Shawnee rule of Indiana. Tecumseh was killed at the Battle of Thames on October 5th, 1813, and the war he helped build with the British was over by February 1815. However, this hallowed ground will never forget the innocence that was once here, deep inside the Indiana wilderness.